North Korea will continue supplying Russia with weaponry in 2025, reported Kirill Budanov, head of Ukraine's main intelligence directorate. Over the last 3 months alone, Pyongyang has delivered to Moscow around 120 self-propelled 170mm artillery units M1989 Kaksan and 120 multiple launch rocket systems M1991.
The 170mm weapons have powerful ammunition and good capability. The 240mm MLRS are like any other heavy systems. They make more problems on the front line. Kirill Budanov, head of the Ukrainian intelligence, in an interview with the War Zone.
According to Ukrainian intelligence, North Korea is set to send additional howitzers and 150 short-range ballistic missiles to Russia. In addition to weapons, North Korea plans to send additional manpower. The New York Times, citing the Pentagon, reports that North Korean reinforcements will arrive within the next 2 months. This appears to be an effort to compensate for significant losses among North Korean troops in Russia's war against Ukraine.
Unlike their Russian counterparts, they advance with almost no armored vehicles in support. When they attack, they do not pause to regroup or retreat, as the Russians often do when they start taking heavy losses, Ukrainian soldiers and American officials say. Instead, they move under heavy fire across fields stewed with mines and will send in a wave of 40 or more troops. If they seize a position, they do not try to secure it, they leave it that to the Russian reinforcements, while they drop back and prepare for another assault. From the New York Times publication.
In 2024, North Korea sent about 12,000 soldiers to fight in Russia's war against Ukraine. According to Ukrainian intelligence, roughly 1/3 of them have already been killed or wounded.
We are ready to advance at the risk of their lives. They are highly motivated, which creates additional problems. The fact that many of them die doesn't pose an issue for the others. The North Korean army is quite large, over 1 million, and despite most of them lacking combat experience, their numbers help replace losses as needed.
North Koreans rely not on skill but on numbers, say Commander-in-Chief of the Ukrainian Armed Forces Alexander Syrsky.
They operate according to Soviet tactics, in platoons and companies. They rely on their mass. Their war today is different. In an era of drone dominance, battles are fought in small combat groups, assault or defense units. When an assault comes from multiple sides, there's a platoon here, a platoon there, up to 100 or more soldiers, and they are quite bold. Of course, it is a problem. They even lack ammunition. Alexander Syrsky, Commander-in-Chief of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, from a publication by Ukrinform.
Analysts from the American Institute for the Study of War have estimated that at the current rate of losses, the entire North Korean continent could be wiped out by mid-April 2025. The deployment of new forces would inevitably lead to even greater losses. Reported by Alexandra Zaslavets, Yulia Hranovskaya, UATV News.